Hi, my name is Ray Naylor, and this is the Performing Songwriter. My guest today is Katherine Rondeau. She's not only a songwriter, but is an interpreter of traditional folk music. Her first concert was held on the sidewalk in front of her central New Jersey home. Since then, she has performed in many venues, including Godfrey Daniels, the Bluebird Cafe in Nashville, and the Stone Pony in Asbury Park. And in 2015, she was a performer at the Philadelphia Folk Festival. I'll return shortly and we'll talk to Katherine, and later we'll hear several of her songs. Katherine.
Yes.
Thanks a lot for coming on the Performing Songwriter.
It's an honor. I'm really thrilled to be here and to be with you, Ray, so thank you.
Okay. I wanted to ask you first, as I read earlier, your first concert was in front of your house. I don't think I've ever heard that before, so I wanted you to explain that a little bit.
When I was 10, I got my dad's guitar. He bought a guitar for himself. He was a butcher. He had fingers this big, so I don't know why he did that, but I got it pretty quick. And I started playing, and I just wanted to play for people. So I used to take my guitar out on the sidewalk of my suburban tract house in central New Jersey, and I would just play a concert. Anybody passing by, kids walking down the street, and hoping some producer would get lost in my neighborhood and stop by. But I've never been a shy person.
I was going to say, it takes some courage to do that.
Yeah. I was in plays when I was a kid in school and the choir, so I definitely have the performing part of your show 100% from the time I was a little kid.
Okay. I know you've had some influences on your songwriting, and I wanted to ask you who they might be and how they influenced your writing.
I think one of the really most important songwriting groups in my life growing up was Peter, Paul, and Mary. No matter who in that group might have been the one who'd written some of the songs. And I think for me what I feel inside is that I have a lot of warmth, and I'm like a very loving person, and that's something when I hear that, like the strength, but the power, but with the warmth of Peter, Paul, and Mary, and we listen to them every week, all the time in my house, all the different albums that we would all sing.
Right.
So them certainly would be one. Also, I guess I would say a little bit of, I hate to say it, Bob Dylan in a way. I am a very socially active and social justice type person, and so some of my songs definitely do have that that feeling of social justice in them. So him as well.
Your first CD, which was released last year around the Folk Festival, was called Butcher's Boy.
Butcher's Daughter.
Butcher's Daughter.
Yes.
And in addition to your regular songs, you have a couple of traditional songs like, I have them written here, I guess I ought to look at my list. I Never Will Marry, and The House of the Rising Sun.
Yes.
Do you find that the traditional style of folk songs also influences your songwriting?
Absolutely. I think because for me as a solo singer, my voice is really my main instrument. So when I think of the different ways that people have interpreted a song like House of the Rising Sun,
right,
which is my mother's favorite song, so it's something I've been playing since I was a girl, really. Or on I Never Will Marry, the version I kind of do is the one that was performed by Linda Ronstadt, who, again, that soulful, warm kind of voice. But voices like Gene Ritchie, or Hazel Dickens, performing these songs that are really from a soulful place. It might be soulful in Appalachia or soulful wherever, but that deep down soul that very much appeals to me.
Okay. We're going to take a break here and do our showcase for the week, who is Pat Wichter.
Oh, great.
And he's going to sing, this is, let me see the song here. Well, before I say that, he's also part of, how can I forget this? Brother Son, which is a trio of Pat and Greg Greenway and Joe, is it Joe? I know it's not Joe. Oh, it is Joe. Joe Jenks. My memories, I'm getting older. I can't remember things. Anyway, this song that Pat is going to be doing is Mr. Blues. So we'll listen to Pat, and we'll be back to talk some more.
This is called Mr. Blues. Blues, oh blues, you dog me like a ghost, whispering at midnight the things I fear the most. Oh blues, you dog me like a ghost. Hiding in the darkness, you wait till I'm alone and then you moan. It's the serenade of sorrow, gonna think about tomorrow. Mr. Blues. Blues, oh blues, you trickster in my house, creeping in the side door, stirring up my doubts. Oh blues, you're the trickster in my house. I get worried when you're whistling that same old tune. Trouble's coming soon, and you're smiling at my sorrow. Gonna think about tomorrow, Mr. Blues. You gotta stumble in your step. Without all my troubles, you'd be nothing by yourself. Oh, blues, you gotta stumble in your step. I'll gather in my chosen, and we'll burn the candles high until you fly. Gonna send you home in sorrow, gonna think about tomorrow, Mr. Blues. Gonna send you home in sorrow, you better think about tomorrow, Mr. Blues.
So that was Pat, and these days Pat's playing more with Brother Son, and Pat solo as well as the trio are great, and if you get a chance to see them, if you haven't already, you're going to really enjoy yourself. Okay, now you played at the Philly Folk Festival this past year, and what I wanted to ask you, I played a number of years ago in '97, and I used to go every year, you know, and we'd camp, and then we'd sit on the hill and we'd fantasize about playing at the festival. So when I had the opportunity to do it, and the day that I, like shortly before the morning before I went, the day that I performed, it was a mix of anticipation, but also it was very emotional because of what I just told you, being there all the time. And so it was like a combination of being happy and tears in my eyes.
Absolutely.
Now I know when I was a little nervous, but when I got on stage, it was like, well, that went away.
Oh, nice.
So I wanted to ask you what your reaction was the day that the day or days that you performed.
So the Philly Folk Festival, I have attended many times in the past, but during the old schedule, it's always around my birthday, because my birthday is August 28th. So, you know, half the posters at least, my birthday's in there. So I was like, well, I'm kind of having a party over here. And it's also very hot.
Oh, yeah.
And I tend to melt like a little flower sometimes. So I couldn't believe it. I just kept pinching myself. Honestly, it was like, because even when I first got the call, I was like, are you sure? Like,
am I dreaming?
I swear. No, I was at work at the time, and I was like, all the hairs in the back of my neck stood up. But it was, I was very thankful my set started at 11, so I was one of the earlier folks. I was on the front porch stage, which is out in the campgrounds, which to me is the best. Because that's where everybody is.
Right.
And I actually joked when I started in the microphone, I said, you know, I know you're out there, and you may not be awake right now, but in a minute, you're going to be. And then I started off on Me and Bobby McGee as a sort of a fun way to
Well, there's
get them
also
rowdy.
a lot of people in the campground don't even go to that much.
Exactly.
And we would skip music. We felt
they
like
play all night.
Playing ourselves.
So they woke up with me.
Yeah, that was a great.
It was great. It was wonderful.
Now, you were just telling me off the camera that your CD was recorded at Morningstar Studios, and a couple shows ago we had Liz Ann Knott.
Yeah.
And now I've known her for a long time, and she's really progressed to where she plays here and in Europe and so forth.
Yes.
And she's open for Joan Osborne and who else I have here, Sean Colvin. I just wanted to ask her how you met her and how that whole thing has gone.
Sure. So after I learned that I was going to be playing at the Folk Festival, I knew I wanted to get a recording together. So I looked, there's so many studios in Philadelphia. We have a wealth of them. So I really was listening for female solo artists and who was, performing, where they were coming out of. And I found Liz Ann, who I had never met before, and I called Morningstar, and I spoke to Glenn Barrett, who's the owner there. And so I came in on a Sunday, and I just 8 hours straight.
Wow.
Me and the guitar like this. In one day.
Wow.
So everything you hear on that, for good or bad, is just me. Nothing fancy, little editing here and there. But so as we were listening to a playback, Liz Ann came into the studio to give some lunch, and she was like, what is that voice? Like, whose voice is this? And I was like, it's mine, me. So we had been Facebook friends, but just, hadn't really met her.
Yeah.
And since then, I have to say, we've just become really great friends. She is incredibly supportive. Her new CD, Excellent Day, is phenomenal. I got to sing a little backup with her at the World Cafe Live at her CD release.
Okay.
And she's doing a residency at the Mermaid Inn.
Right.
And so I was her special guest at the first one in April.
I mentioned your previous CD, which I misnamed as Butcher's Boy, but it's Butcher's Daughter.
Yes.
And you're coming out with a new CD. And what's it going to be called, and when do you expect it to be completed?
Now that's a lot of pressure, Ray Naylor. So what I would say is I have a tentative working title, don't hold me to this, of Deep in the Marrow. This is a theme that I have. My father was a butcher, and I come from a very blue-collar, working-class group of folks, and that was really something for me, like that hands in like the real stuff.
Right.
So I'm thinking about Deep in the Marrow right now, because I do go pretty deep in some of the songs that I wrote. I'm looking to hopefully release it in late summer or early fall, because this CD, from what we've done so far, we've had 2 days, full days of recording with some great players, and I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm incredibly happy with how it's sounding. It's like just beautiful. So we really want to put a big push behind it as much as we can. So we'll see, but I think it's gonna something beefy related.
Cool. We're gonna hear some of your music now, and while you're getting ready, I have a video of our next guest on the show. His name is John Galla. I think John's from Philadelphia, and so here's a performance with, I guess, his band.
Oh, great! And
it's not the best video, but it'll give a sense of his music. It's not the whole song, because it was a long song. But the funny part, I think it's funny, is right at the end of the video that you'll see, his microphone falls out of the microphone holder and it dangles on the floor. So every time I watch it, I laugh. So that's the extra entertainment for you guys. So here we go, John Galla, and then Katherine will be back to do some music.
Thank you.
Okay.
How could it be without your love? I hope you see, baby, I need no other lover ever. What would I give to take you away from this right rain, this feverish pace, and quit that shame forever. No matter where the day may lie, you're on my Monday, dreaming on. So love Remember starlings, our wings in perfect symmetry. The colors you see as we cozy together. Theory of love, a memory trace swept in my soul of your amazing grace through space and
So for this first song that I'm going to do, it's going to be on my new CD. It's kind of moody. I started composing it using this guitar, and it was coming out really sweet. So I used a different guitar that I had that's mahogany. It's a little darker. I still like playing it with the 12-string, but it definitely has a more moody feel than many of my songs. It's called I Won't Let You Break My Heart Again. Neither of us ever had it easy. You've been through your hell, and so had I. First time we met, we flashed like fire and burnt to the ground, nothing but scars to remind us. Turn around and suddenly we're 30. I could see the sadness in your eyes. We both moved into other people's stories. Somebody's husband, somebody else's wife. Whoa, but I won't let you break my heart again. I'm a 3-time loser, tired of feeling the pain. Next time you see me, don't bother calling my name, 'cause I won't let you break my heart again. Getting older isn't very pretty. Living all alone's like doing time. Late at night I can't stop thinking what might have been. The time spent with you were the best times of my life. So when you called and said it was me you needed, and after all this time that I was right, you took my feelings to believe in. We should give our love just one more try. Whoa, but I won't let you break my heart again. I'm a 3-time loser, tired of feeling the pain. Next time you see me, don't bother calling my name, 'cause I won't let you break my heart again. Neither of us ever had it easy. Never learned you shouldn't play with fire. The same old shit ain't cute now that you're 50. You turn from pretty boy to pretty little lie. But I won't let you break my heart again. I'm a 3-time loser, totally numb to the pain. Next time you see me, don't bother calling my name, 'cause I won't let you break my heart again. So for this next song, I'm going to do something that was a little Appalachian inspired. So if you hear some of that kind of holler feeling in there, you're in the right place. And it's called Broken Bird. She went away, left you alone. She put an end to your happy home. And now you're wondering what the new day brings, 'cause you can't fly with broken wings. You had no choice, nothing you could do. An unspoken voice can't tell what's true. I know you suffer, you don't have to say a word. Let me help you, my broken bird. My broken bird with broken wings, a shattered voice you cannot sing. My broken bird Let the love come in. That love can heal you, so you can fly again. So you can fly again. I loved you so, but it wasn't enough. Couldn't replace your mother's love. Still I keep on here, catch you when you fall. My broken bird, so young and small. What will it take for you to see all the love around you? You hold the key, for love can mend your broken wings, heal your broken voice, never sings. My broken bird with broken wings, a shattered voice, he cannot sing. My broken bird, let the love come in. That love can heal you, so you can fly again. So you can fly again. Sweet broken bird, you have a choice to fight the darkness, to find your voice. My broken bird, it's gonna take some time to gain your strength, so you can climb. Once you get stronger, you're gonna fly away. Somehow I know you'll come back one day. My broken bird, it's always gonna be true. The love you give will come back to you. The love you give will come back to you. The love you give will come back to you. Okay, so as Ray and I were talking in our segment, I do love traditional songs. I was raised on Peter, Paul, and Mary, and some of my favorite songs were written, nobody knows how long ago. So I thought for this next song I'd pull out a traditional number, again on my current CD, Butcher's Daughter, and it's called I Never Will Marry. They say that love is a gentle thing, but it's only caused me pain. The only man I've ever loved has gone on the morning train. I never will marry, I'll be no man's wife. I expect to live single all the days of my life. The train pulled out and the whistle blew with a long and lonesome moan. He's gone like the morning dew, and left me all alone. I never will marry, I'll be no man's wife. I expect to live single all the days of my life. There's many a change in the winter winds, and a change in the cloud's design. There's many a change in a young man's heart, but never a change in mine. I never will marry, I'll be no man's wife. I expect to live single all the days of my life. I never will marry, I'll be no man's wife. I expect to live single all the days of my life. Whew. Okay. Get my due. All right. So for this song, the name of my current CD is called Butcher's Daughter, and I am the daughter of a butcher. I have a 450-pound butcher's block in my kitchen to attest to that fact. And my father was also an orphan. And I always really enjoyed that Gillian Welch song, Orphan Girl, which sort of talks about what's going to happen in the afterlife, I guess you say, for her when she finds her family. And I always wanted to write a song like that using my own understanding of my dad's experience. So this song is called Orphan Boy. He was an orphan boy, he had to work to eat, up at 5 on the ice truck, make deliveries. He had almost nothing, and what he got he didn't need, just one of the many mouths to feed. He was an orphan boy. He left school at 16, joined up to fight the war, made it out alive with nowhere to go. He hitchhiked 2 days, 'cause he heard about a job. Rhode Island to Jersey sure seemed pretty far when you're an orphan boy. What can you do when you're all alone? But follow the crowd, let it move you along when you're an orphan boy. He didn't have no mother, but he got himself a wife. He had 2 children, made himself a life. They gave him something he never had before, an unfamiliar feeling that he couldn't ignore. He was an orphan boy. What can you do when you're all alone? But try to make a family somewhere you belong when you're an orphan boy. He had his share of trouble, and he had his share of fun. He died last summer at the age of 81. He came a long way from that cold hard start. He was loved by many, felt it in his heart. He was an orphan boy. What will we do? Now we're all alone, but keep him in our memory and try to carry on. He was an orphan boy. He was an orphan boy.
Same old view. Hold on a minute, and soon you will see it's not too late for you and me. Love makes the world go round and round. Picks you back up when you are down. You know it's true, you feel the power. Love makes the world go round and round.
Katherine, I really enjoyed your music.
Thank you.
Even though this stays up on YouTube for a long time, for people that watch it, we're going to watch it soon. What are some of your upcoming shows that you have?
Oh, great. Okay, so I actually have a show, because you do turn this around quick.
I do.
Ray Naylor, thank you. On Saturday, April 23rd, I have a show at the Bluebird Cafe in the Mount Airy section of Philadelphia. I have a show that is sold out. I'm performing as part of the Folk Project, which is a North Jersey associated, very large folk group. I'm performing as part of their their spring acoustic getaway.
That's cool.
Similar to Spring Fling that the Philly folks have. So then in June, I'll be performing at a fundraiser, June 5th, at Fergie's Pub for an organization called Femme Freedom, which helps homeless women in Philadelphia. And that same night, I will be driving in my car to Godfrey Daniels, and I'll be hosting their open mic, which is a fantastic, fantastic setup.
I have that on my calendar. We'll see if we make it. It's a hike from here.
Yeah.
But I haven't been there in a long time.
Oh, I love it there. It's like my little home away from home.
And this is good number of years ago. I hosted a few of them. Yeah.
I earned my spot from Mike Holliday, he's a very great caretaker. I mean, it's one of the best spots for music you'll ever hear in this whole region. So,
how can people learn more about you, and where can they get your CDs?
Well, so the challenge with me is my last name. Think of a chateau. It's French. It's not Italian. So it's Katherine Rondeau, RONDEAU, like chateau, .com. I have my own website. I'm also on iTunes. I'm on Amazon. So you can get downloads of my music just about anywhere. And on my website, I certainly have samples and things that folks can listen to. I also have a YouTube channel. So you can just look for me on YouTube and see live performances. Instagram, Twitter, I'm everywhere.
All that stuff.
Yes, I got the whole soup to nuts.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Katherine, for coming on, and we will see you, hopefully, perform live.
Excellent, thank you.
And we'll be back. Actually, it's probably going to be next week because I have a bunch of shows. For some reason, I schedule like that. Anyway, and it's going to be John Gala. And we'll see you